This is the first song that MAPHRA came out with that really went viral a couple months ago, I believe. And I saw it kind of pop up on Instagram and stuff, but I kind of liked it. I didn't pay too much attention. Then it would pop up again and again, and everybody started talking about it. And then I really started loving it like many of us did. Something about her vocals and the way that she approached the song between very kind of heavy and kind of very feminine and beautiful really captivated me after a while too, and I just craved hearing that over and over again. Again, like I know many other people are probably still currently doing. So I thought I would jump on here and watch it from a vocal perspective and talk about it a little bit, especially for other singers and female singers that are trying to figure out how to do stuff like this, which I know many people are. So let's watch this and let's chat about it. So I will also say before we begin that I did not actually know the original song, whatever that means to you. This was my first time hearing this song, and my God, the chorus is just so great.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts.
I love how there's actually a little bit of attitude in there right away. I didn't notice that before. You can see that she's kind of going like this. Let me apart. So she's definitely able to snap into an emotion with this stuff really quickly.
You old vampire, so here you can have my heart. You can have my heart. You can have my heart.
So I think it was important to mention too when I was watching this the first time, some part of me kind of shied away from it because I knew that it was playback. Now, again, I jump into that and I say that not to push people away or not to be negative, but as I said in my last video last week where I was talking about her most recent cover that she did, people don't seem to understand that a lot of stuff like this takes a lot of work. You don't just like kind of shit out a track and then just like sing one time over it and expect perfection. A lot of times these things are being worked on, and as musicians that might mean that I'm sitting here in the nighttime working in my underpants. Then you have to get nice looking and try to get ready to kind of sell it, which a lot of musicians are not as good at. Some people are very good at selling things, not good at making things. Some people are very good at making things, not good at selling those things that they make. In this case, again, it's important to note that this is playback. She's not actually singing this live here. She might have sang some of it live here and then edited in other parts, but I can tell as a singer, as a musician, etc., that this is playback. Now, again, I don't want to ruin that for anybody, but just so you know and just so you understand that she doesn't dress like this probably every day. She had to get the lighting and everything, and that's one of the parts that makes it so captivating, though, is the look and all this kind of stuff makes it so much more captivating.
There was a funeral, a room of ghosts. No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just getting bored. They kick the chair, but we up to the room.
So now, another video I talked about last week was the singer's accent. You can see and hear, we'll listen to a little bit more of this and we'll chat about it, but you can see and hear here that, oh, she keeps bringing this down. She has a lot of great enunciation, but she's also kind of opening things just ever so slightly in this operatic way. You can have my heart, you can have my heart, whatever she does. But yeah, you can see that a lot of times the enunciation doesn't go horizontal as much as it goes vertical. Yeah, only an echo, like this. Now again, that can be something that can be thought about, or it could be a physical thing that just becomes a trait of the way it feels to sing after doing it for a while.
You can have my heart.
I knew it was coming.
You can have my heart. So come rain on my parade.
It's so instantly great, isn't it? There's something about this that you kind of forget, and then you go away from it for a week, and then you listen to it again, and just that dichotomy between the very beautiful thing and just that heaviness. God damn it. It's just instantly goosebump inducing and really wonderful. I'll back up because I know I have to talk over this and try to make it so that the copyright doesn't immediately take my video down, but hence all the stopping. But let's continue.
So come rain on my parade. 'Cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge. 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late.
So now, if you notice, there are continuous, usually vowel shapes and continuous words that are probably going to distort better than others. It tends to be related to what vowel moves backwards easier and more easily, and which vowels are more forward. Parade is a little bit harder unless you go parade like this and you pull it downwards in terms of that operatic verticality again. Come rain on my parade, parade. Going like this will pull things upwards. This pulls it down to a nice kind of vocal fry and a little bit of a false chord sound. She's tending to favor false chord, which can sometimes get you trapped a little bit down here, but she's a female, so she's able to embody that more and kind of make the song sound even heavier, because typically for the guy singing the song, the original writer, he has a lot of more work to do to get up there to sing in that range.
It's not worth saving, so come rain on my parade. I think we're due.
Oh, I love the cry right there, that little cry. I think would. I can't do it up in that range right now. And I've had a cold, and I've had a cold here for like the past 5 days, which has sadly affected my voice, so I haven't been able to sing. But we're still gonna sing some stuff. So now there's no way back. Again, it's that metal monster type of sound. No, there's no way back. And we're coming back down here. Hey, if you want to learn more about this stuff, you can click on the link in the description, and there's plenty more where this came from. For example, if you want to learn more about how she's distorting her voice like this or how she's compressing to achieve this sound, I cover this stuff extensively. So I'll see you over there.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he kept the receipt. You can have my heart. So leave a light on. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on.
Oh, man. So now I wonder, since it is playback, if she's doing up a little bit more of the emotion. But again, it doesn't really matter because we're all enjoying it the same. This part obviously is the most replayed part, and for good reason. It's just so wonderfully done, and it's so heavy and so dramatic, and I goddamn love it. Let's talk about this a little bit without, getting too far into the weeds of the vocal stuff. When we talk about compression, and I teach compression and stuff like that, I teach it as a layer cake. So I tend to teach from the lowest to kind of moving up to here. And as a male, or as a lower voice male, or typical voice male, whatever you want to say, I have to tend to hold my compression higher so that my range can continue to move up. The more I get kind of lost down here, I tend to blow up this part of my voice down here. It tends to kind of not let me funnel my voice up higher. And again, this is a female covering a male song, so she's able to kind of distort that and make that heavier. But anyway, in some of my videos that you can look up, the compression techniques, distortion techniques, all that kind of stuff, we can go and kind of use a deep which is a version of holding back breath, which is a version of compression. So we can use so we can kind of hear the difference in color there. So leave a light on. You can kind of distort that easier by going down here and opening up your throat. Does feel a lot like yawning. Oh, leave a light on, like that. I love the difference of hearing that sandpaper effect of I can't really do it too well right now with this cold and having not been singing, but I love to hear when it's in between clean, powerfully clean, and being able to add distortion. And that was one of the things that threw me first about liking the video, was that I didn't necessarily just like kind of the extreme jump between clean to distorted, and then I started hearing the subtleties and all the things that we've all heard. But I really love to hear that right here at the end, where you get to hear the distortion pulled off, and then you get to hear it kind of move back up in.
And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it.
So there you hear the top of her false chords. And that's why she gets hitting a ceiling there. Guarantee that was not easy to do live. It was probably not easy to do in the studio. But that's a pretty high note. And you can hear that she's just at the top of, which again, for me is going to be different. But that's one of the things about using false chord a lot, where you'll kind of get trapped in a certain range and you have a ceiling. But again, if you're able to compress higher, you can move up. So that was an octave higher thrown in there really quickly. But, there, when I compress higher, hey, I can move up without the ceiling on me. Yeah, like this is a different thing.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it.
And again, we got to, so if we did that, let's do it in a male range. Like a male, deeper voice range first. 'Cause I wanna feel it. Again, different levels of holding back breath. 'Cause I wanna feel it. I wanna feel it. And let's keep taking that and moving it up. Yeah, brother. The WWF version. 'Cause I wanna feel it. I wanna feel it. Wanna feel it. So come rain on my parade. Again, this is what you're hearing her do in her female voice, which again sounds even brighter and even more kind of beautiful. But for me, it sounds very Metallica and very WWF kind of. Does that even exist anymore? Do people know what that is? What a feeling, so come rain on my parade. Yeah! But underneath that, again, is rain on my parade. Rain, rain. Oh, you can hear every time I bring into that I'm using some of that false chord and some of that vocal fry.
Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving.
Grant, how great is it when she says saving? Saving! There's such a difference in there. I can't do it.
And it's not worth saving.
It's not worth saving, so come rain on my parade. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. No, there's no way back.
Again, such a heavy ending there, and I think it's so beautifully femininely based, and then no, there's no way back. It's so heavy. But it's funny when I think about the makeup she's wearing and stuff. It all looks very perfect, and it matches the vibe. And again, it's one of the things that draws you in. But I think about times where I was wearing makeup or doing something for a video or something, and how much I just sweat immediately. Like the makeup would be ruined immediately or something, and I have to fix it because just you put me in a room and you don't cool the shit out of the room, and it's just I'm gonna be sweating that off. And another funny thing I said in the last video I made about her was that one of the problems with making videos for the internet is that if you tend to go viral or have something like this happen and you are wearing a silly outfit or some kind of costume, God forbid, now you're going to have to do that over and over again because you have now solidified that look and people expect that. Whatever the hell she's standing in, I guess in front of a studio desk, I would imagine, but it's kind of interesting. The speakers look weirdly close together. There looks to be like almost like some kind of string lights. It's almost like outdoor, but indoor. It's very strange. But yeah, it's like she's pretty much solidified that look. And if she showed up wearing something very different, you wouldn't even recognize. You'd be like, what the fuck is this now? It would probably make people upset. Anyway, thanks guys for watching this with me and kind of going through this and analyzing some of this stuff. If you want to get help with your voice, find the link in the description. Happy to help you. Happy to teach you more about this kind of stuff. If you have suggestions of more things I could watch similar to this that I could talk about, break down, or teach through, please let me know in the comments. I'll see you soon.